So I remember being approached by Anthropology at Fashion Week, right?
You able to
and
fulfill
with
that
profits. Now I did, but such a huge learning. I had to do a lot of making people aware of what you're doing and how you're creating, how are you crafting your pieces, right? Even if they may not necessarily be able to afford it aspirationally, they will look at your product
and
they
connect it to that.
They will connect it to high value and luxury.
Urvashi, at Vogue Forces of Fashion, you were invited to sort of express your art form, and you did that through a film. So somebody who's new to your label, somebody who's now like, what are the three silhouettes that you'd be like, listen, start with these, then we'll talk.
Yeah, we have the Genesis dress.
Okay.
And again, Genesis meaning
it's the birth of everything. Great.
So we have the Genesis dress, we have the Ava shirt, we have the denote pants. There's so many. It's tough.
There's so many. But we've got three from you.
Yes.
The pants, the
scale dress. Maybe the scale dress.
The scale dress.
The scale dress was what Dia Mirza was wearing.
Yeah.
You know, our shalwar. In fact, one of the first fashion icons to represent the brand internationally on their first visit to Cannes, Sonam Kapoor kind of made a break from what Aishwarya had been doing, you know. I mean,
yeah, sure. To each their own.
To each their own, but definitely, I mean, what she did for Indian fashion was that she chose to wear Indian brands, and she picked my label, and she wore an ensemble for the day, which was anti-fit, layered. It was kind of monochromatic. It wasn't something, you know, it was, I mean, I thought that was a brave move.
Yes.
And of course, someone that's very reassured of who they are and what they stand for, you know, have the power to even change how the world sees it and perceives it and receives it.
Yes.
So I think she single-handedly has done a lot
for the Indian fashion scene,
and internationally for a lot of these celebrities and actors and, you know, performers and artists to really embrace their culture.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what Daljit Dosanjh did at the Met Gala. I mean, whatever that may have been, it's a, you know, we're becoming more unafraid,
right, of accepting where we come from, who we are. You know, it's very interesting to say that, because I was thinking about this morning before you walked in, about quiet luxury. I've done a reel on it, on how it bugs me to death on how people are just coining the term uselessly, right? But the Indian fashion has been the quiet luxury.
Yeah.
And think of that Lucknowi sari, think of all the embroideries that are in our nanis and dadis and all closets that now we're inheriting now, slowly and gradually. But you know, that is the quiet luxury.
Yeah.
There is no brand name there.
No.
There's nobody screaming that ye Lucknow mein bana hai, or you know, like this is the street. There's just, you see the work, you look at the intricacy, and you know. So I just feel like the same thing is happening with almost, to say, sustainable fabrics, where I know that we're hating that term because it's being loosely used, but at the same time now with labels
also, it's
like
a very large word, very difficult to sort of you know, communicate what we mean by that. So you know, I think one could just say responsible or conscious fashion, because it, you know, all parameters, I mean, there's so many. Also, you know, sometimes that can be very daunting as well. For a young designer starting, you know, like, what are the aspects to cover? No, you can begin with a few, you know, and champion those, and then build onto the new ones, or you know, you could make, because you can't be, you know, you can't begin 100% trying to achieve every marker.
You cannot.
Right? You begin with something that really calls to you and speaks to you. Be honest about it. Be transparent about where you want to go, and try to keep pushing yourself and trying to set your goals. But in terms of, like, you know, fashion or style, or I think the more authentic the voices become, the more the younger generations take on the mantle of styling some of these artists.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're really pushing their... Also, people are making very organic conversations. So very recently, I was asked to lend clothes for this person who was being shot for a National Geographic shoot. Now that's a natural connection.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair.
You're showing nature. You need to really make that work. Any sort of collaborations as well, right? We just recently had a collaboration with an eyewear company.
Oh, you did? Okay.
You're right. So John Jacobs, they reached out to us for a particular pair of shades or particular range that they're making, which is more sustainable.
Right.
So they connected with us because they also shot it in a natural environment and they wanted to work with... so I think there's more thought going into...
But have you done like other collaborations where, like, for example, it's Urvashi Kaur in like, X?
Yes, I have done with, in fact, this brilliant young designer label called Paivand.
Okay.
They have championed recreating textile out of waste.
Okay.
Using waste of brands, designers, taking their waste, turning it into textile and selling it back to them. And then, so they've been doing that, but now they've started their own collections as well.
So you're collaborating with them by taking that fabric from them and creating your own styles?
Yeah.
And that's available in stores?
Well, we are in the development stage with them.
Okay. Right.
But there was this collaboration where they wanted us to be the muse to speak about the being conscious brands.
Okay.
And they had partnered with OCD, which is a shoe company, which had basically, with their scraps, created, Paivand had created the textile, and then they created a range of shoes.
Okay.
And they wanted me to be the ambassador, and wear that. So it was a partnership with 3 brands.
3 brands, right.
And the idea was to explain how... Also, it just tells you, right, that you don't work in isolation.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
collaboration is the answer and the only way forward if you want to really, really make larger impact.
Absolutely.
And also support each other.
Yeah.
I think the spirit of collaboration and the spirit of community and just, just working together.
Who would you, when you wake up tomorrow and suddenly they say, Urvashi, you can collaborate with anyone.
Wow.
Anyone you want. It doesn't have to be anything specific, no strings attached. Who would it be?
2 people.
Okay.
One is Rick Owens.
Okay.
I just love the way, in terms of not just styling, but the clothes, when you break it down, there's a simplicity, yet there's this craziness, right? The aesthetic, it's so bold, it's so, for the lack of a better word, niche as well.
Yeah.
But when you walk into their stores, each piece broken down, there's this simplicity to it. They will continue to keep selling the same styles in the same colors across years. So you see, which I not only espouse, but I also implement, in my own collections, where we have designs that we had created some 15 years back, and we are still selling it.
Right.
It's still being integrated,
it's like you
and
said,
introduced.
Good design never goes out of style.
It's good design is relevant forever.
Right.
And
Who's the other one? Who's the other one?
The other one is interesting.
I have my own, by the way, so I'm going to share it with you after you say.
Okay. Really tough, but I think Stella McCartney.
Okay.
I love Loewe for what they're doing now.
Right, with the orange peel.
Phoebe, but I think Stella, for being one of the first to champion it in a way where you could get somebody who's only familiar with buying, real exotic skin bags to moving to faux leather.
Yeah.
Or,
and doing it with so much style and sticking to it.
And sort of, you can make something be aspirational.
Yeah.
So I think, and how you can use your position of power and your
influence
to do something.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
Yoji Yamamoto.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God. Like, I just feel like it would be the perfect marriage.
The perfect marriage.
Right? Like all those silhouettes and then bring handloom to it.
Yeah.
It would just,
amazing. Again, all of the Japanese, Issey Miyake is something that, to me, and the way we've taken the conversation of pleats in India, the brand is known for its pleats.
Right.
Very unique. The craft is inspired from our own culture and done in our own way. But the exploration of it is like no other brand in India that speaks of the way pleats and what that, how the pleats allow for this adaptive clothing and this sort of flexibility is really wonderful, and how it takes to silhouette and design. So
I want to move to ask you that things that you absolutely loathe in terms of styling. Like, you look at something and you're like, I cannot believe that is unacceptable. Things that you just don't like. Cannot stand it.
See, I celebrate every aesthetic. I will be honest. I do not sit to judge anyone but I can get to know when somebody is trying to mimic a trend.
Okay.
I hate that.
You hate that. Okay.
I mean,
the fakeness of it.
The fakeness of it, and I hate that they're trying to look a certain way or feel cool, but they're just not getting right because it's so not them, right? And I actually was in splits listening to a dear friend of mine who's
you can
she's
drop names,
funny,
feel free.
Malika Dua sent out this Insta post on the labubus.
Oh my gosh, I
was like, I had not seen a labubu till I saw that reel. And the next day I was traveling I'd gone on a holiday with my family to Ladakh, and I was sitting in the airport. And I saw these mother-daughter
oh my God,
carrying these labubus on their bags, and my daughter and I were speaking to each other in French so that they wouldn't understand what we were saying, and I was like, that is a labubu.
Can you say something in French? Can you say what you feel about labubus in French? That would be epic. Say it. Let's hear it.
On peut pas accepter.
Okay, not acceptable.
Not acceptable.
I think I got that. But yeah, I hear you. I know what you mean. But that guy's net worth just went up by like $1.4 billion or something.
What?
I read something crazy about that.
What could, you're crazy. Clearly, you have lost your logic and your understanding. What is that one object doing to you? How is it making you feel or look any better?
I'm sorry, I just can't stop laughing. It's just hilarious to me that people are making money off this and obsessing over something which just hangs on your bag, and it takes away from everything that bag stands for. It's totally ridiculous.
It's just it just shows anybody following any trend is, for me, completely unacceptable.
It's off-putting for you.
It is.
Okay.
Trends do happen.
Yeah.
People see more of something and then they call it a trend.
Yeah. So do you have a trend in mind that is coined timeless, but it really isn't? A trend that you feel like, oh my God, everybody says it's timeless, but it's not. You don't like it. What is that?
Leopard prints.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hate it.
I hate
Cougar
it.
vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I understand that. Even if D&G does it, even if Dolce & Gabbana does it, adding a little bit
even
of flowers.
more.
Even more.
They're
Okay.
cringe to me.
Okay, love
Dolce
it.
& Gabbana, no.
No.
It's
that's
a big
not...
no for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay. There's a trend out there which you absolutely love, which is so, like an unsung hero.
Totally. Clothes that don't show a brand.
Yeah.
Very minimal, very well tailored.
Yeah.
Very good quality textile, and just less is more.
Right.
The Japanese approach to everything in life.
The wabi-sabi of the wabi-sabi of the
Yeah, and talking about the wabi-sabi about it, like things that look aged also, that look that they've had a journey.
Yeah.
Embrace that.
So you like that? You feel like that is, yeah.
I love it. I feel that's the true mark of luxury. Where you don't have to shout from...
Like I said, that's what I meant with the Indian quiet luxury. Like we're shouting and screaming. I mean, it's supposed to be quiet luxury, guys. We're not supposed to be screaming about it.
You don't need to. Because if you're wearing a shawl with a rafu, it's pushteni. It's come from so many years, and it's not something, just the bariki of and the karigari of the embroidery, you can tell this was crafted
so many
years ago. And it's something you treasure and cherish. So anything that you ever make, if it, lasts a lifetime or more, and you're able to, because what we do is
preserve
we invite people to bring back their Urvashi Kaur pieces.
Oh, that's really good.
To get it upcycled, to get it reimagined,
but it only has to
repaired.
Be Urvashi Kaur pieces, or it can be something else, pushteni?
Well, what I also do is, part of the Renew project, we invite people to bring in their own archival textiles. And we reimagine it in the brand's aesthetic.
Okay. But that's a very risky business, because it's something that people holding on to it.
You've earned that respect.
Yeah, I mean, of
people
course.
come in and they trust your design, and it's incredible. See, that's the power of how we've been able to change how people consume. So they're not desperate to want it immediately. They're open to knowing that these are unique pieces. They are investing their money into their own textiles that they've had from their generations, and holds a lot of meaning for them. And they are trusting you with it.
That's big.
They're also saving money because they're not buying something that's been made out of virgin cloth. So, it sort of is a win-win situation. Through technology and tools.
And I think it's a great after sell service.
That's
right, because that's like the longevity of a brand then. You can always bring it back, and you can always be
for
taken
repairs,
care of.
for absolutely.
I
just did
I want to move to celebrity talk. I want to know, people over the years, you've obviously had such a big celebrity following in terms of people who want to wear your clothes. You mentioned Dia Mirza, Sonam Kapoor. I want to talk about people who have always looked good in Urvashi Kaur, have never failed it, and the flip side. Somebody you didn't think would work it, but came out a winner in your clothes.
I think someone that I was a little worried about how they would
carry it.
Would have to be maybe Vidya Balan.
Okay.
But kudos to the stylist.
Who is that? Do you know?
Pranav and Shaunak. I think, again, a lot of celebrities, a lot of people that are heavily relying on their stylists to know the right, clothing and the right way to style it. I think she's found her mojo through working with and understanding her own body and shape and style. She's someone who's developed her personal style over the years. She did not have it. at least from my perspective, from what I could gauge.
So, tell me, so like these are the celebrities that you, I mean, in terms of Vidya Balan, you thought that she really turned it around, and it was a pleasant surprise for you to see how her stylist made it work for her. But talking about celebrities that have always looked good, and then celebrities that maybe some of them you may have said no to.
Yeah. So, always looked good. I think people that are just following their natural instinct, a lot of them don't work with stylists, but they just know who they are.
They just know who they are. Do you have some celebrities like
totally.
those?
Neha Dhupia, one of the first to be wearing the brand, and also, sort of being a champion to women with bigger bodies and embracing this sort of quiet luxury aspect, right?
Okay.
Also, exploring layering for somebody who's, as a celebrity, there's so many demands people make of them, right? So I think a real brave fashion icon, Neha Dhupia, Sonam Kapoor, incredible. Every time she has worn the brand, she's just Rhea Kapoor. There's Tilotma Shom. She's incredible. Almost, again, very self-assured. Rasika Dugal.
And she actually loves wearing handlooms. Like, I don't think I've seen her anything except handlooms.
She is incredible. Shweta Tripathi. A lot of these women, because they're like real women like us, right? Some are not so tall, some are not so, whatever their bodies are, their sizes are, their shapes are. They just know. They're just very comfortable in their skin.
Right.
They're confident. They are wondrous, and they don't take themselves very seriously also. They're not trying to make an effort. They're effortless in their approach. Almost everyone.
But it's so interesting that you say that, because a lot of times handlooms and people who wear handlooms are like very considered. Like, see, there are no more rules, and I am not anybody to judge.
Right,
but
like
they're considered
you
very
think
artsy, like
Kiran Rao,
they're considered like only arty people wear.
But you wouldn't believe Amir. Every time he calls for pieces, he'll also buy those pieces. But most of these girls. Most of these people I'm talking about, they buy pieces.
They're paying customers.
Yeah, they're paying customers.
That's awesome.
And they really support it. They really, really support it. And I can't think of one person that's reached out to want to wear the brand that is not looked good. Yeah.
I want to talk about those you have said no to. Have you said no to anybody?
Yes. Very recently, I said no to Kangna Ranaut.
Oh, you said no to Kangna Ranaut?
I said no, and I was asked to reconsider. Okay. But I said, it's a no. I mean, one has to decline very politely, but...
but you declined because she wouldn't look good in your clothes, or you declined because of other reasons?
No, because of me not aligning with her politics and what she stands for.
Okay.
So, I think this is a question in fashion. We thought it was all about numbers. It was all about, popularity, and it was all about
and to be worn by.
Yeah. But I think you have to be very, very true to who you are, and anybody that does not align with or is not, subscribing to what you're proposing, or what you are offering, or what you are wanting to change, if they are not a natural fit, then one should just never do that.
I think that's something that a lot of people can learn from, because we are in a world right now of fast fashion. I mean, that's just giving out, looks being seen so many times before the customers actually buy it.
Yes, absolutely. But in this, as a biggest example, I will want to tell you is that when we were showing, so I'd stopped showing on runways after COVID.
Okay.
Completely put a stop to it. Again, talking about how shifting formats and finding more ways, innovative ways, and of course, in difficult circumstances and times, not to show. But I was asked to show last year, and I said it was 15 years of the brand, so I wanted to do a runway showcasing, but it was more about celebrating what the brand stood for, and it was called Voices of Urvashi Kaur.
Okay.
And I invited over 20 people that are not models from different walks and different industries, but people that had committed and were passionate about their craft, and they had sort of given an X amount of years
to that, right.
Whether it brought them any fame, money or not.
Yeah.
It was about who they stood for.
Okay.
And when the name was announced that we were showcasing at Fashion Week, hundreds of influencers reached out to us wanting to walk for the brand for free.
Right.
But and I said a complete blanket outright no to everybody. Okay. And I said it's not about mass popularity, it's not about reaching millions, it's about truly what I want to express through this opportunity.
Right.
And I invited people that probably didn't, some of them who didn't even have an Insta presence.
I know what you mean. I mean, so, the OGs of
the real. So I had everyone from a Ratna Patak Shah, who does not have an Instagram account, to a Michelin star chef, Suvir Saran, to a sculptor, an artist, Gurjeet, who's now showing at the Biennales, and then to Vibha Galotra, who's also an artist, of great acclaim, and activists, Danish Hussain,
amazing.
To LGBTQI plus, sort of champions and people that are, actively, and authors. There was a whole group of, Malika Dua was also, one of the people that walked for the brand. And now these are people that have really, amongst, other actors. And I had Tushta, who was, a model that embraces being 4 foot 8 inches tall, incredible role models, incredible creatives.
I think that was a great move to celebrate your 15 years. It was
so incredible, and it was so brilliantly done and received, and also embraced by the people that I invited to do it, that we broke the internet.
Amazing.
The content went viral.
Right.
It crossed 8 million views.
That's nuts.
And
That's nuts. And you didn't have a single influencer.
No, there was not a single influencer.
Right.
And it was just how people, and there was no, trending music in the background on the reel.
Got it.
It was with the original score of the artist who was invited to perform during the show.
That's amazing.
And here's to say, I mean, they just couldn't understand what's happened in the history of Lakme Fashion Week and FDCI. No single reel featuring even the finale designer, the face of Lakme, none of that
has had that reach.
Has had more than 3 million views.
Wow. And you had 8.
And we had 8 million views.
That's madness.
And I called up Ratna Patak and I said, do you know you've become a viral sensation again? But she's like, okay.
She's like, what's that?
She's like, what's that?
That's fantastic.
And she refused to even interact with any media at all.
Oh,
so,
God.
I mean, it just goes to show that just be true to who you are and your vision. Irrespective, and you don't know how the algorithm or how your content will be received. So, just keep staying true to yourself. I think that is...
I think that's totally I feel like that's your overall takeaway of how one of those core values that you've embedded in your brand also. I think that's awesome.
Just embrace yourself.
Yeah.
You yourself have had a journey in fashion.
Yes.
And... we've had moments together as well, working together. And what has been some unique memory that, or either in your journey or, with me and the brand,
Yeah.
and what excites you about that?
I feel like my most unique memory with you was when I was interning with you. I had come back from New York. I had 6 months. My brother was getting married, and I couldn't sit still, as I never do. And I remember coming to you, and I'm like, you know what? Can I do something for you? And you're like, yeah, of course. Let's see what you can do. And it was very, very exciting because I had always seen everything from the New York point of view. So for me to come here and see it how you do it was amazing. I still remember, I'm so sorry, but I don't remember the name of the collection, but a photographer named Saurabh Dua was shooting it, and it was all white collection. Very organic fabric that you were just pouring into using textiles. And we were shooting for that.
Yavani collection.
Yavani, right. Yes, that was it.
And we shot at our farmhouse.
It was shot at your farmhouse. And I remember bringing this pitara of jewelry and accessories because I'm just as big a fanatic of accessories as you are. And you and I clubbed our accessories together, styled that entire shoot, presented that CD to buyers, whatnot. And that Lakme Fashion Week, I remember your entire collection was so well received purely because of innovative styling, designing, and great price points. And that's the time I remember taking away this observation that you have to hit a couple of nails. It's not just one. You have to hit a couple of nails to get there.
Absolutely.
So that memory of you and you tirelessly working through Fashion Week, the moments of rage and compassion and love and hate and work and play was amazing. And then us parting together was, of course. I think today was one of those. I've seen your previous interviews. I've seen them with very many different either magazines or channels. But I feel like today I really sat down and picked your brain, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did at the Style Circle.
No, thank you so much. It was really wonderful to have this very spontaneous repartee and discussions on the landscape of fashion and the future of it, and the hopes that we all have, and the yearning to work collectively to push these conversations and to share our stories and our learnings and to support young brands and young designers to do better and push us to do better.
I mean, that's such a nice thing that you've left this note with, because I feel that just by you sitting here is I guess the proof to the fact that women helping women, or just in general people helping each other, it doesn't have to be for the likes or the views. It has to be more for the passion of it.
What a great way to share learnings and to impart any inputs that you have acquired through your journey. And, if it even lands on one person, it's daunting to do it alone.
Yes.
And to know that you are just a DM away. Anyone can DM me and reach out to me for any advice, any input. I'm happy to share that with people.
That would be amazing.
Directly as well.
We'll open that up. We'll open it to the viewers, and if anything comes our way, we're going to send it right to you.
Yeah, please do.
Thank you so much for your time. Time is super valuable. You've taken lots of it for us. So thanks so much for being here.
I kept you waiting for a while.
No,
but I hope it was worth it.
No, it was amazing. It was amazing having you, and all the things that you said. We're going to take all our notes, put it together, and hopefully bring it to life soon.
I look forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.